Hi, my name is Lauren Tucker, and I'll be talking about the abuse of freedom of speech. The first way that I think that we abuse freedom of speech is on college campuses. And the way that we abuse freedom of speech on college campus is through the freedom of speech area. On the free, in the freedom of speech area, people choose to express themselves in ways that, in my opinion, are very disruptive and very aggressive. When people walk by the freedom of speech area, they choose to yell at them and put signs that may be controversial or may be hurtful to the people that look at them. Or they use inappropriate language, hateful banter, and inappropriate pictures or signs. And I think that this is something that needs to be recognized in a way that should be um, not followed. We shouldn't use the freedom of speech area to hurt other students' feelings. We should be using the freedom of speech area to respectfully deliver a message or deliver how you feel on a certain topic, whether it be controversial or just a normal topic that you want someone to relate with you on. And I don't think that that's how some universities are teaching that to their students. They think that they should be able to say whatever you want, whenever you want, because no one can stop you. And that is, in my opinion, very false. Another way that we abuse freedom of speech is through the media. In the media, obviously, through the media, there are lots of actors and television hosts and things like that. People who know that they have a fan base or followers. So they use this pedestal to abuse their freedom of speech to deliver a message of how they feel about certain topics, mostly controversial, and they decide to sometimes aggressively use inappropriate language, inappropriate subject matter, or things like that to connect with their fan base and tell them how they feel on certain issues. But in most times, when you aggressively talk about certain controversial issues or use inappropriate language or subject matter, it can be relayed to the fans as something that isn't exactly a good thing. And I think that that is a great example of what Phil Robertson did. Phil Robertson, one of the stars of Duck Dynasty, decided he would tell the world about and his fans of how he felt about homosexuality. Knowing that he is on a pedestal, he still decided to use inappropriate language, subject matter, and knowing it's a controversial issue, foul language. And I do not think that he thought that it would go the way that he planned because he was removed from the television show for a while. He was trying to tell the world of how he felt, but he did that in the wrong way. He could have easily and respectfully communicated to the world how he felt about homosexuality, but he instead decided to do it in the wrong way and was given the appropriate consequence. The third way that I believe we abuse freedom of speech is through everyday life. We as Americans, I think, abuse freedom of speech the most because we know that it's our constitutional right and that no one can take it away from us. And I think that that needs to be stopped. We are sometimes even seen by other countries as the Americans who don't think before we speak. Well, I think that that needs to be changed. We should be thought of by other countries as the people who think before we speak, who are considerate and acknowledge other people's feelings, cultural beliefs, and religious beliefs, and controversial issues, and on controversial issues. But we sometimes feel that whatever we think should come out of whatever we think should come out of our mouth should, whether it's about abortion, homosexuality, religious beliefs, cultural beliefs, um, blacks, whites, Hispanics, or even men and women in gender retrospect. We choose to use the inappropriate way of relaying how we feel about certain topics, and that needs to be stopped. Because a America that doesn't think about what they think about how others feel and respect each other and respect ourselves should not be one that should be something we should be proud of. An example of this would be how some black Americans choose to address each other by using the N word. This is a derogatory name for a black person, so why do we use the N word? Why do we use it in a jovial way? Why do we use it in songs and kiddingly? And I think it's because we are somewhat ignorant and don't understand the meaning. We just say it because we can, not thinking about how other black people might feel about using the word, the N word, not thinking about how this might affect other races. Does this mean that Hispanics should call other Hispanics by inappropriate names? I just think that it is very inappropriate, and that is how most of the world should feel about the N word. And coming off of that, we should all feel as if we should be able to say whatever we want whenever. But when we think about how other people might feel, I think that it would be much more beneficial and people would be more understanding. And this would make the whole world a better place. And using freedom of speech in the appropriate way. Thank you.